Well, hello, Pastor Jack Unplugged today. And I thought what I'd do is take you on a virtual tour of what it is that you can expect this coming Sunday. So, why don't we begin here in the car? Now, as we make our way here to the doors down here, this is going to be the number one entrance for most people. If you need some sort of assistance, you can't make it up the stairs, of course you can go to the upper level and get dropped off. But our request is that everyone would come in through these doors. And if you're part of the 0.5% that gets here 15 minutes early or more, that's what those doors are going to look like. Someone's going to open them, and that's going to be your cue that you can come in at that time. So as you can see now, the doors are being opened, and that is your cue that you can come in. And you're going to encounter a greeter or two that will be wearing a mask. They won't be shaking your hands, and they won't be giving you bulletins, but they will be smiling, even though you can't tell it right now. And then one of the other things I want you to take note of, water fountain. It is not going to be operational. So be sure to either bring your water or just plan on not having it for the hour that we're going to be here. Your path will go this way. The stanchion, while it's not completely up, will be. Everyone will have to go this way. We're all going to come in the same door and follow the same path. So this restroom will be open. We're not encouraging you to use it unless you absolutely have to. And this will be the ladies. Now, men, you won't be able to use that one because this is all blocked up, but there's another one down there. You'll have to stick with the one that we have upstairs. Up here, you'll notice we got two tables. One there and one there. And on these tables, you're going to find the elements for communion that you will need to get for each member of your family who's going to be participating in communion. So this is where you'll pick those up. And another side note here, take note, nursery and mom's room closed. There will not be child care at all. You are the child care. Finally, one other note, this entrance will only be an exit unless, for some reason, you cannot use the downstairs entrance. Now, the service itself, as you make your way into the sanctuary, you're going to notice several things. First, this is the new Command Central when it comes to audio, video, live streaming services. So the stanchions are up. For those of you bringing young children, please, please, please ensure you stay clear of that. And then for the seating itself, we've removed every other row. And so you can see it feels a little bit more sparse, but that's okay, because once we have people in here, we'll just be glad to see whoever it is that we've got. As per the governor's orders, anyone up here will not have to wear a mask while they're in the speaking or singing leadership role. Everybody else, we're going to keep the masks on. We're going to comply with what's being requested of us by the governor. All right, now just a few other points about some things that you can expect. First of all, the service itself is going to be different. Because we're inviting children in, we're not going to be having a singular 30-minute long sermon. We're going to take this and break it up into about 3 6 to 10-minute segments, and we'll intersperse that with songs and communion, other forms of worship. And then, so that's just part of how we're realizing we've got to adapt to having younger children throughout the entirety of the service with us. So we want to accommodate that, and we know that means we're going to have some different noises, different things like that, but that's okay because we're being prepared for it. Also, due to the large gap that you see here, for some of you that do have younger children, feel free to bring something like a blanket, something that you feel comfortable putting them on the floor with, and you'll be able to just set them down and allow them to be with you during the service. And it should be plenty of room based on what we've got set up here in the sanctuary. Communion. You'll be bringing the elements in, as you saw on the table back there, with you into the sanctuary. We'll be having communion at the end of the service. And so once that's done, you'll hang on to that. And when you're dismissed, we're going to have a trash can back there on your way out. And you'll be able to get rid of the elements or the remainder of the supplies at that point. Let me tell you something else that you can expect. Love. Maybe some tears. Excitement. Happiness. That folks can finally just be around one another. So it's wonderful. You can expect that each Sunday there'll probably be a few more people that get added to the numbers of people that are coming in. But it's exciting. Just as this is now happening and we finally get the chance to be together again. When we exit, I'll be doing that from the stage. You can see we're going to start back here at the back row, and we're going to be exiting one at a time to go out those doors only. So there won't be any lingering and staying inside the building for visiting. You'll exit, and then once you're outside, that's one of those things where you have to kind of, you'll be able to visit, you'll be able to talk. We encourage you still keep the mask on as you're getting up close to people for their sake. You might be comfortable without it. You might be comfortable giving hugs. Assume the other person is not. Assume the other person is a little nervous about that. And let's continue by grace to give one another a little bit of extra room, because it's still a season where the way we show that we love one another is in seeking to protect one another and care for one another and not get them sick. So that's what we got for you for this Sunday. Let me just end by saying I can't wait. I am excited. Pastor Tom is excited. David, Brittany, we keep thinking about all the things that we get to do, and the time will probably fly by. But don't forget to submit your RSVP. We need to hear from you so that we know, and we want to ensure that we have enough room for everybody that's coming. So until then, love you all. And live stream will continue. For those of you that can't, we look forward to the time when you will be able to join us. But until then, Pastor Jack Unplugged, take care, and look to seeing many of you physically, if not, at least virtually, on Sunday.